Happy Monday evening, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center, and it is a beautiful Monday evening. There's the Med Center looking good. Beautiful out there. Warm, breezy day. And this sunny, pleasant start we've had to the week is going to last for a couple of days. Warm, humid, breezy is what most of us get most of the week. There will be a slight rain chance later in the week, but really it's the weekend when rain chances are set to ramp up. It looks like most of the rain is going to be to the north of us, up toward Dallas, but we're going to get a chance, at least a 40 to 50% chance for rain as we hit into the weekend. I think if we're going to get wet over the weekend, right now it looks like Sunday is the best bet. We'll take a look at all of that modeling here in just a minute. Oh, and there's an eclipse tonight. We've got a full moon. There's a lunar eclipse. Now here in Houston, it's a partial lunar eclipse. It begins at 2:44 a.m. That's about what the moon begins to look like. It goes into the Earth's shadow. Maximum partial lunar eclipse at 5:04 a.m. Lunar eclipses with the shadow of the Earth on the surface of the moon makes it turn kind of reddish. So it's nicknamed a blood moon. So we've got a blood full moon tonight, and it ends at 8:23 in the morning. So it's in the wee hours of tonight, overnight, into tomorrow morning that this partial eclipse will happen. The problem is we are forecast to be pretty thick with clouds after midnight and through to sunrise. So with the peak of the eclipse somewhere in here, we're looking mostly cloudy, if not completely clouded over. Maybe if you're up early, you'll catch a glimpse of it. Look for the moon to look a little bit reddish on its northern 2/3. Next 3 days, after very mild overnights, 83 on Tuesday, no rain. Wednesday, 82, 30% chance for a stray shower on Wednesday, 20% chance on Thursday. It's kind of tough to nail down the exact rain chance Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to be on the edge of an area of rain that will be focused across North Texas, but we're close enough so that we're thinking we'll see at least a few scatter showers around. Thus, the rain chance of 30% Wednesday, 20% Thursday, 30% on Friday. And then that batch of rain up North Texas is going to sag south at some point over the weekend, most likely Saturday night into Sunday is what the models are suggesting right now. That's why the highest rain chance at 50% is going to be going into Sunday. So those are your rain chances over the next 7 days. Now, we're in drought here in south central Texas, southeast Texas. You get up toward Dallas and you're in the yellow, and that's dry. That's not even drought. And then a little bit of surroundings with some of the yellow is moderate drought. So they're dry to moderate drought up here in North Texas, Dallas, and west of Dallas to San Angelo and Waco. And I point this out because this is where the bulk of the rain looks like it's going to fall. And we may not get much down here where we actually do need the rain. Let's look at the modeling on this. This is interesting. So we start on Wednesday. That's when rain chances begin across the state. And Wednesday, it is right in here, San Angelo to Dallas, where they really don't need the rain. They have the best chance for rain. But some of that extends down close to Houston. Like I said, we're on the edge of this area of rain, and it may wobble a little bit north and south. So we've got a 30% chance for a shower, we'll say, on Wednesday. Thursday, it's the same score. It's North Texas getting the bulk of the rain. And then we go into Friday, and again, it's right where they really don't need it too bad, getting all the rain on Friday. Now, we're close to it, so we have a slight chance, 20 to 30% chance for a scattered shower. We'll have moisture coming in on a south breeze off the Gulf of Mexico, and that could hold a shower with it from time to time, but really it's going to be up here near Dallas where there'll be a stalled little boundary, just acting as a focusing mechanism for rain showers on Friday. Saturday, again, just right there, San Angelo to Dallas. That could be heavy rain. They could see flooding issues, flash flooding, street flooding, Bayou Creek flooding, North Texas by the time we get into Friday and Saturday with a heavy rain band forecast up here. We're on the edge of it. A bump rain chance up to 40% for we here in Houston and southeast Texas on Saturday. Now watch when I put this in motion, the whole thing's going to sag south. So Saturday night into Sunday, the rain gets closer to us. We'll put a 50-50 chance for scattered showers on Sunday. If this does verify and this boundary pushes in here, Sunday is going to be a wet day, not just in Houston, but across a big swath of the central part of the Lone Star State. Just looking at rain total modeling on this, it's right where all the showers are forecast to be. We here in Houston, the light green, that's less than a half inch. These are totals through Sunday. But up in here, you get into the orange, and we're talking about rain totals of 3 to 5 inches with some isolated areas that could see more of that, thus the threat for street ponding, creek, and bayou flooding up here in North Texas, especially late week into the weekend. So heads up if you've got travel up to Dallas this weekend, they're going to get some rain. And maybe we will too. Saturday, if we're going to see a severe storm, it will be here in North Texas. Storm Prediction Center has that area outlined as a potential spot for severe weather. At the moment, we're not in any of that, but we will keep an eye on that as we move forward. All right, high temp today went to 83. Last year on this day, high of 74. It was a little cooler. Normal high is 71, so we were 12 degrees above normal today. And the record high is 91, set on this day in 1909. Record low is 22, set on this day in 1980. 91, 22. Let me just tell you, it can be very difficult forecasting temperatures here in Houston this time of the year. But it is fun. It's fun to try. Beautiful glow over the Med Center. A little bit ago, we saw Life Flight coming in. A little traffic heading down South Main. And Sam Houston in front of the reflection ponds having a nice evening. Oops, lost our camera down there in Galveston. Bush 73, Hobby 73, Sugarland at 75. It is a lovely evening. Low 70s. We have the southeast breeze, onshore breeze. It's beautiful out there. Here's Galveston. Hello, Galveston. I got you back. Seawall Boulevard's looking good. Pleasure Pier. And there is a breeze that will stay up at 8 to 12 out of the south-southeast overnight tonight, so the breeze never lets up. Because of the breeze, fog won't be too much of an issue, but the cloud cover will come in. We will see that low cloudiness as we move through the late overnight hours. Here are Tuesday's numbers. Cloudy in the morning, 66. And then by noon, enough sun to get us to 80. Warm in the afternoon. We're going to 83. South breeze, beautiful day on Tuesday. It'll be feeling like late spring. If you may notice, a lot of the plants, the little buds are beginning to leaf out. It's happening. If you are sneezing, cedar down. Over the weekend, we were in the 200s. We dropped down to 139. Oaks up at 251. That oak's being locally produced right here. And so it's the beginning of oak season. Well, that can get bad too. No grass, no weed. Mold spore count is low. And as we look further out, wetter than normal, March 8th through the 12th. So middle part of March, looking a little bit further out. There's that rain that could begin this week into next week, right across central and maybe even southeast Texas. This would be, getting into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. That's suggesting the boundary is going to sag south and stop. So maybe end of the weekend, early next week, we would get wet. That's what the long-range outlook from NOAA is suggesting. And let's see, warmer than normal across most of the U.S., especially out east. 7-day. Here's tomorrow, Tuesday, 83. And it's a slight chance for these scattered showers, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't think rain chances are that high, but we'll have to watch, see how much that rain up in North Texas wobbles. Better rain chance on Saturday at 40%, and then a better chance on Sunday at 50%. And if that, if we get closer to Sunday and it looks like that boundary is going to sag further south, we would need to raise that rain chance probably for Saturday night and for Sunday. At the moment, we'll leave it where it is. Stay close to the forecast. If you've got outdoor plans this weekend into early next week, it does turn wetter. And in case, if you're watching us here on Plus, pull out your phone, hit the QR code, and download the app. This is the thing with the app. It's, you go to the app, hit a button, radar pops up. So you've got the radar right in your hand all the time. It's always running. And then if we get a tornado warning, let's say we got a bad storm and we're in the springtime, we get a tornado warning. Well, we go live. And really the best way and really the only way to know exactly what neighborhoods that tornado is heading for is to watch us live. That's what we do. We zoom in and track that thing neighborhood to neighborhood to neighborhood and look who's in line and who's ahead of that storm. And it's the best way to stay ahead of severe weather is watching us live, especially with a tornado warning. And you'll get the warning for your county, but where is it in the county? Well, that's why we go live and we track it street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood to keep you as safe as possible. That's the story of the app. Have a